Shut up and sit down.
Hello folks, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop, and welcome to part number 41 of Build the Legendary Cyborg ROBOCOP from our wonderful friends down at Fanhome. Now, if you'd like to build this along with me, this beautiful 1/3 scale ROBOCOP, click this link here. It's also in the description below. Head over to Fanhome's website and take out a subscription. You will not be disappointed, folks. Have a quick scoop through the magazine, frame by frame. There's some stop motion animation going on there. You have then got the second prototype of the police cyborg. It died after only 10 minutes on screen. That is Kane doing his bit there. As not everything was a miniature. No, a lot of stuff back then was actual full scale. Not like it is now, CGI and all of that. Not, it was full scale actors in costumes. Here's what we've got today. We've got the thigh sections, part 6. Got the hinged part of the leg, the hinge, reinforcement arch, that sort of thing, folks. You're going to need the bits from the previous issues, and we're going to be doing some more assembly around the top section of the thigh on his leg. Okay, and this is going to be where the compartment is, where he's stowing his police issue robo gun. So yes, that's how the hinge goes together. We'll talk about that. Make sure you check and double check how that hinge goes together. It's pretty straightforward, folks, but just double check, make sure you're putting it together right. And then this is what you're going to end up with as the end result on your ROBOCOP. Okay, you have this top section of his leg already. So it's already beginning to look pretty damn big, isn't it? This was Robonaut 2, the astronaut's best friend, folks. Yeah. Looking rather serious there, and he next to the astronaut there. Autonomous aerial vehicles. Look at this. Helicopter, city bus, basically, is an air taxi, and this is the hybrid vehicle airplane. Yes, one of these took off recently. I'm sure it was on the news recently. So yeah, very interesting concept. I mean, I can remember growing up with comic books saying about hover cars, and yeah, where's my hover car? I want one. And this is all the new infrastructure, spaceports, and yeah, quite interesting, isn't it? Air One, this is in Coventry in the UK. It's autonomous, zero-emission urban air spots that will serve a variety of functions, folks. Yes, it's already beginning to exist. So there you go, folks. So let's have a scoop back at the instructions there. Put them to the back and keep an eye on everything we do, and we'll lay all the bits out ready for assembly, folks. Right, let's have a look at what we've got here. So we've got 41A, which is this section. Bring in your partly assembled leg from before, and this is going to come up and underneath and start joining on all of these parts, okay? And it's going to be using 3 of the BP screws, okay? I'll grab the first one. We'll whop a bit of oil on, just to make sure that it's lubricated. I'm going to use the bench mat just as a bit of a cushion to screw everything together with. Don't over tighten these, folks, you don't need to. Bring that along there, and then we'll do the same on these screws as well. Let the screwdriver do the work. There you go. And then do the same on the final screw there. I can now pick it up. Now do this one like that. Nice little resounding click. And then I can rest that across my knuckle. There you go. Okay, so that now is beginning to solidify that section. Now before I show you what it can do, we just want to put this piece on. This is the reinforcement arch almost, okay? And that is a standard press fit, folks. So you've got 3 pins, one there, and one there. And you just want to start sliding and pressing that in place. And what that does is that gives you a bit of reinforcement across the top of this section. And that will then close against the other part of the leg. But as it opens like so, this bit should then fold like so out the way. And then when the leg comes round, it will close off, okay? So that's what you should end up with at this stage. We now want to start with the hinge. So I'm going to put this just to the left and bring in the hinge. Now, orientate your spring the correct way. So I'm going to bring in the instructions just so that you can see what I'm doing. So make sure your spring's the correct way with basically the coils underneath, okay? And then you want to feed the tongue through like so. So just orientate it the correct way round. You want the peg facing away from you, and you want to feed this through. I tend to do it this way round. So I go in, I twist it slightly, and then you want it to sit with the spring above it like that, okay? That's what you want, that shape. So I'll show you that again. Nice and easy way of doing it. You can either splay it apart, peg touching your finger, go in at an angle, and just twist it. It'll pop straight in, okay? So that's what we want for that piece. Have your TM screw handy. I'm going to put a bit of oil on it and be done with it. At least I know it's done ready then. Just like that. I'll just let that work its way around the screw thread. So we'll have this. We then want to have this with the lugs facing downwards, and we want to feed that between these 2 legs, okay? That's what you want to do. And you're going to end up with these wings poking up over the top, okay? Like that. That's what you want. And they'll sit basically in there out the way. So line your screw up and just feed it in, and it'll find its own way. It'll pop straight through like it just did there for me. Now we can relax and just start screwing that together. I can let go of it now because it's held in place. And just do that. Just so that the screw just brushes the surface like that, okay? I go too mad because you want it to have movement, okay? Because that's basically what you're doing. You're creating a latch, okay? So that's that section done, okay? So I'll hold that up so that you can check yours looks exactly like mine, okay? You've got the peg facing away from you. You then got this sitting like so, so that when you latch it over, it'll sit like so. Okay. You can now get ready to fit that to the panel. So to do that, we want a couple of the BP screws. So we'll get one. We'll put a bit of oil on it, ready. Like that. We'll then get our bit of leg, like so. And we are going on these 2 posts, okay? See them? That way round. So that you're sitting like so, nice and flush to the side of it. And then we can feed that straight down there and start screwing that in like that. Now I'm not going in all the way because I want to grab the other one and get that in, and then we can tighten them both together. There you go. And again, just nip it up. Don't over tighten it. So there you go. That's what you're going to end up with now. Okay. We then want to now grab the inner assembly that we built a few issues back with the hip joint and all of that lot. And we want to orientate it with the black disc touching our hand like so, okay? Because then we're going to use this peg is going to go in here, and then the hole is going to go in the forward one, okay? And we will use an EM screw for that, folks. We'll get one of them oiled up, and we'll drop that in situ, like that. Beautiful. And then we can lay this across this, and we should get that in place, like that. I want to just try and grab this, orientate it so I can get my screw lined up like that. It's a bit tricky at first, but it will go. There you go. Just a matter of finding the thread. Once it finds the thread, you'll be fine. You can then give it a goodly screw home. Like that, okay? So that's in place. And that should then give you a nice bit of hingage and be able to do its thing, okay? So that's what you want, like so. Okay. And basically what will happen is that will all then close off like so and be held in place once the rest of the leg goes in, okay? So that's what you're going to end up with. Something like so. It's quite a complex little issue, but it will go. And then that'll all open back up once you have adjusted everything, okay? So that's what you want. So we're going to leave it there, folks. I'm going to position that just so that it doesn't fly open. That's what you're going to end up with at the end of this issue. One of them, okay? And then we've got a fin section then that will go over this, that this will then hook into and lock into, okay? But for now, we'll leave it there. If you want to grab this for yourself and build along with me, click this link here, all the way along there. That'll take you to the Fanhome website. You can grab yourself a subscription for this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful 1/3 scale partwork. Also, folks, click the little fester in the corner there and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really helps me out, and I am immensely grateful, folks, okay? Until the next time, stay safe and well. Bye-bye for now.